Welcome back to another We Ourselves video. Today I want to talk about Terry Carter, who has passed away at the age of 95. And as you can see on the screen, this was from a Deadline article talking about the passing of this veteran actor. Terry Carter, best known for his roles as Colonel Tigh in the original Battlestar Galactica and as Sergeant Joe Broadhurst in the TV series McCloud, died Tuesday at his home in New York City, his son confirmed to the New York Times. He was 95. A native of Brooklyn, New York, Carter broke color barriers from the beginning of his decades-long career. Carter was one of the first black actors as a regular on a TV sitcom series in the role as Private Sugarman in the Phil Silvers Show. He appeared in 92 episodes in the show from 1955 through 1959. 9 years later, he was credited with becoming New England's first black TV anchor newscaster for the WBZ TV Eyewitness News in Boston, as well as the station's drama and movie critic from 1965 to 1968. And he had his first major Hollywood role as Detective Jaffe in the TV movie Company of Killers. He appeared in McCloud, as we already said, and he was best known internationally for his co-starring role as Colonel Tigh, second in command of the Starship Fleet in ABC's original sci-fi series Battlestar Galactica in 1978 through 1979. And he also reprised the role in the 1978 Battlestar Galactica film written by Glenn A. Larson and directed by Richard A. Cola. I just want to stop there. Like I said, this is a veteran actor. He lived to a ripe old age of 95, and is sorry that he has passed, but this guy was a pioneer. This black man was a pioneer. And although he had all these other credits, for me, he was Colonel Tigh. And I've done a video talking about the reverse race swapping, and I talked about the last Battlestar Galactica in which they got rid of the black male characters and recast the one with a white guy and second with an Asian woman. But for me, I remember Terry Carter as Colonel Tigh. He was second in command. And not only was I blown away when I first saw Battlestar Galactica, but here you had this black man who was second in charge. And I have to say this, Lorne Greene, who played Commander Adama, he might have been the overall commander, but Terry Carter was the serious second in command. The hotshot white young Viper pilots, they had to say yes sir to this man. And I absolutely loved that you had not only him, but you had a second black actor in the show, another Viper pilot. And we have to remember that back when the show came on, Battlestar Galactica, the original show, they had diversity for what diversity represented at that time. They had black characters and they had a number of female characters. And so for me, I was really blown away that there was a black man who was second in command of the Battlestar Galactica. And he was serious. Like I said, Lorne Greene might have been Commander Adama, but what he struck me as, just imagine that Joe Biden, he's the president, he's the commander-in-chief. He's in charge of all the United States military. But the difference between Lorne Greene and Terry Carter is the difference between Joe Biden as president, commander-in-chief, and an actual general. You know, that's how I felt about Terry Carter. He carried himself as someone who was in command, whereas Lorne Greene as Commander Adama, he was like the fatherly figure of the whole surviving human race. And so I was very impressed, and forever I will remember him as Colonel Tigh, which is why I was sad when they decided to race swap him in the reboot and have a white actor play him. Nothing against the white actor. He was fantastic, but I hated that we lost that diversity that someone like Terry Carter helped to establish within the sci-fi media, because that's what I like, sci-fi and fantasy. I hope to God that they do not get a quote from Ronald D. Moore, because as far as I am concerned, he totally destroyed the legacy that men like Terry Carter were trying to build. They were the forerunners. As they say in this article, you will see he was the first at doing this and that. He was setting the groundwork. He was laying the foundation so that other black actors could enter into Hollywood and this genre and build on what they did. But someone like Ronald D. Moore, just like a lot of the other modern sci-fi and fantasy directors, they have deliberately destroyed that legacy. And again, I've already done a video about it, but there was no reason that you had to get rid of the two black male characters or the black characters, period. Because when they did the reboot for Battlestar Galactica, when they showed the first cast picture, there were no black people. And it was so disappointing for me for us to go backwards when we had such a groundbreaking performance and a groundbreaking representation with Terry Carter being the second in command. He was a co-star. His name was listed. But we went backwards all these years later with the reboot. And so I seriously hope that they don't bother to get a quote from Ronald D. Moore. I hope he just goes about his business, because as far as I'm concerned, he destroyed the legacy that this man did by being Colonel Tigh and being the second in command at a time when there was not that kind of representation. And that was important. It was important for me as a young black boy to see that. And it's still important, particularly, like you said, when we see the sabotage of the black male character in sci-fi and fantasy. Sorry to hear that this veteran actor has passed. Like I said, he lived to the age of 95, but he did so much as a pioneer, like so many other black actors and actresses. But yeah, but I thought I would just take a moment to acknowledge this, because he and other black actors and actresses, they were people that I looked up to, that impressed me, to see them in a genre which I had grown to love and will love all my adult life. And so, again, may he rest in power. It's sad to hear that he had passed away at age 95. But anyway, that's it for this video. As always, like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you the next time.